I've been in a bit of a rush. I've just set off. I've got one day off this week, which is tomorrow. So I thought I'll try and get myself out for a camp tonight, which is a Thursday. And I had an idea. I'm going to go up a glen. A little bit more on that in a bit, but I'm going to go up this glen. But I thought I know exactly the perfect place to park, and then I'll just walk off up into this glen. Never been here before. See where it takes me. Going to camp and gets to the place. I can't even park there, so I've just had to walk a stretch of the A82, which, for those that know, there is no part of the A82 which is a pleasure walking on, particularly in the Highlands. Anyhow, I'm on my way. I just need to relax. I've got into a right tease. So I'm doing my research. This track down this glen is round about 6 miles long. So, and I've got about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes like. So not a great deal. So I need to get my finger out. So let's do the weather. So the weather forecast is good. It's dry, very low winds. So that's excellent. The bad news is that it's not dry, it's very claggy, and there's a right old breeze blowing up my tailpipe. Now obviously it would have been easy to stay at home on an afternoon like this. I just, you know, have a sip of wine, put my feet up, relax. But you see, I'm a professional because I'm in training, and I'm going to tell you why. You see, I like to set myself goals. It keeps me motivated. So this goal is for me to walk and hike the African Tailway, and I'm right looking forward to it. Obviously I'm hoping the weather's going to be a little bit better than this. I'll turn you around and show you this. Pretty miserable there. Anyway, good training. So I mentioned the idea of doing the African Tailway to a couple of lads at work, and one of them, who's a regular to my videos, Big Pete, whose name rhymes with raw meat, he said he thinks he would like to do it with me, so that'll be nice. It also it means a little bit of company as well, like-minded company. The only thing is, and this is where the training bit comes in, I have to up my speed because he walks, this bloke walks about 8 miles an hour, and I've got only little legs, and I walk at about 2.8, 3 with a tailwind. So I've got to get my training in to keep up with him. I'm on the hunt for a camping spot now, quickly running out of light. I'm walking on some hydro thing now, hydro aqueduct. It's an aqueduct from a hydro, so we'll see where this goes. It's not perfect. There's worse places. I'm going to put my tent down here. Well, I've been in tent now around about an hour and a half. It's nearly 5:45, so I got in the tent. I'm not in the best pitch. I've got a few lumps and bumps, and I'll probably spin around in the tent because the lumps and bumps are at this end. But got in the tent and laid down and I fell asleep for about 45 minutes, which was nice enough. Didn't mind that. So I've got some food on the go now and just having a drink, so I'm quite comfortable. So I'm going to get that eaten, have a drink of that, and then I'm going to listen to a little bit of an audio book and see how it goes. And then we can have a natter a little later about African tail. Right, good evening again, back. It is actually 8 o'clock and I am actually starting to doze off. I've been listening to Billy Connolly's autobiography, Windswept and Interesting, which is as you can imagine, quite humorous, but I'm tiring off now. It's been a long day, so I'm actually going to call it quits and probably see if I can get some sleep. So I shall I'll pick this up in the morning and you can walk back out with me. So have a good night, see you soon, bye. Morning. How do I look? I've only just woke up. 12 hours sleep. Absolutely ridiculous. I feel like I've been run over by a herd of deer. 12 hours. I woke up a couple of times to turn over, but that were it. Anyway, I've been awake about 10 minutes now, so I've just started to pack my stuff up. I had this hat on. It come down over my eyes and I didn't know. So obviously you wake up and you think, oh, it's still dark, so you turn back over, and then I woke up needing to go for a wee and realised my hat were over my eyes, so lifted my hat up and it was light. Hey dear, 12 hours, goodness me, 12 hours in this tent. Anyway, I'm just having a cup of coffee now to see if I can revive myself. This is where I stayed. Sorry. This is where I stayed. It's a nice spot. Bit of a lumpy pitch, but it's fine. That's the outlet for the aqueduct. It's still claggy. There's a little bit of mizzling rain, so I'm probably gonna have to put my waterproofs on so I don't get soaked. Right, I'm gonna get this coffee down me and get this 12 hours sleep and get this tent packed away. So, the African tail way. What can I tell you about that? Well, it's 44 miles in length and it starts at a village called Drumnadrocket. Now, for the people that don't know where that is, it's probably just short of halfway up the shoreline of Loch Ness. And then from Drumnadrocket, on the bonny banks of Loch Ness, you basically head west towards Glen Shiel and the finishing place, which is Morvich, 44 miles later. Now the plan is to try and do that 44 miles in 3 days. So there'll be like around about 15 miles each day while camping all the way. So the plan is to hopefully walk it with Pete Evans. Hello, that Pete. And that'll be nice to have some company along the way. So it's just a case of when to actually do the hike. So Pete and I are of the mind that we would like to probably go in the next 4 to 6 weeks. There's enough daylight to allow for 15-mile hiking, bearing in mind he walks at 8 miles an hour. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So there's only a couple of things that we need to consider now. One is the weather forecast, because we're not going to go when it's going to be pouring down. And the second, which tent to take. There's always cows blocking the road. I had to try and get round these when I was coming out. Coming through. Nothing to see. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, little one. A polite word and they won't give you any trouble. This really is turning out to be a beautiful part of the world on a lovely morning. So back at the 82 now, I've just got a short walk up here to the car park, taking my life in my hands on this one. So there you go, that was a great camp, really enjoyed it, good to get out. And now you know what I do for 16 hours in a winter camp. I had 4 hours listening to a bit of a podcast and having something to eat, and 12 hours of sleep. Job good. Well, thank you subscribers, and I hope you enjoyed watching this, and well, let's see where we turn up next time. I'll probably get another couple of camps in before the African Tail Way, just to get my legs in. So other than that, see you again soon.